Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Tom.
And this is a park bench.
And I should have worn a much bigger coat.
There's the usual complaint from the man.
Okay, I need a new shtick. I clearly need a new shtick.
So today, we are going to be talking about live event-y things.
I was expecting just one word there, and then the subtitle appeared, and it's like, you realise what that's going to appear in.
It's one of those...
Rainbow Comic Sans.
It's one of those subtitle-y things that makes it sound worse.
Oh man, I once saw... I mean, this is not a big booking anyway, but you heard of Shane Ritchie?
Yes.
Yep. I forget, it was a seaside town somewhere that was doing the big show.
Of course.
I said, appearing tonight, Shane Ritchie, and then very small, Junior.
Oh.
It turns out he's an accomplished singer in his own right. It was this moment of you have put big anyway. Enough of me dissing British
If he was doing that event, it'd be Shane Pori. Not that kind of live entertainment is what we're talking about today.
No.
That was a hell of a sentence order. Wow, we are rambly today. If you've seen any of this, then Tom couldn't be bothered to edit.
Yeah, that's true. Guess what? This went out within like 24 hours of it and put it up. I didn't have time to edit.
So what did we do yesterday? What did you do yesterday? I just sat there.
Yesterday was questionable. Yesterday was
It really was.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That was going to be called debatable, which I think is a better name for it. But last week, something went round saying from ITV, through one of the casting call things, saying we're looking for an audience for our new show, Debatable. I went, oh, for crying out loud.
Bastards. There's no way you could have known that.
No, there's no way I could have known that. It's a completely different show and a completely different format. And in hindsight, it's a really obvious name. Fortunately, I noticed that before it went out. Yes, it was a live panel show. It didn't really need to be live, but it's the only way to get that large of an audience for sampling and for questions. So, yeah.
For the questioning and the voting aspect.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing a panel show, ideally what you want to do is record, like we do for Citation Needed. Yeah. How much do we do for that?
Well, we record it all in one day. We can do 45 minutes of it and edit it down to what you see in the videos.
Yeah. And that's how all panel shows work. If you ever go and see one being recorded... by the way, if you want to go and see any TV shows being recorded...
The audience companies in London, they'll have listings of what they're filming, and they always need people to fill it unless it's something incredibly popular like... Yeah,
QI will always sell out. Top Gear will always sell out.
Graham Norton will probably always sell out.
But if you want to see something unproven or untested, or something that films 100 shows, like Pointless, for example...
Oh, God, yeah.
They always want...
And Mock the Week and Have I Got News For You are reasonably easy to get.
Yeah. Same in the US. Los Angeles has most tapings. New York has a few late night shows.
Oh, yeah.
You can just sign up for audience tickets and they'll let you know when they're on...
You have to sign up quite far in advance for the Daily Show and Last Week Tonight.
Well, I don't know about the Daily Show anymore, but...
But
yeah, they're free tickets. You can get them. Anyway, sorry, ramble. Pull it back. Live stuff. Questionable was live because we needed to sample a big audience. It was either rent a massive studio and somehow find several hundred people to sit down and develop technology to make them, or use the YouTube live chat API. Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you if you watched it.
Yeah, thank you very much. That worked really well. I'm not doing that again for a long time. That was terrifying.
So the thing with live stuff is that it takes a lot of preparation and setup.
Yes.
You can't go live without having tested what you're going to do to make sure it works.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing something like Facebook Live, go for it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put a decent camera there, people expect things.
Or if you put a date and a time on it.
Yeah, because we're talking about live events. Like, live streaming's a thing. Video game live streaming is a thing.
Yeah.
But this is if you want to make an event. I put a lot of slack into the schedule yesterday. We started setting up at 10 a.m. The players got there at 2 p.m. With some technicians arriving just before them. The audience got there at 5:30, 90 minutes, an hour and a half before we went to broadcast. All that happened really early because at any stage, so many things can go wrong. So in order, what can go wrong with a live thing? Because you've done so many live outside broadcasts.
Well, with the main one is the link to broadcast.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure that's working. Now, luckily, yesterday, that was pretty sorted for you by being inside Google, inside YouTube.
Yeah, we filmed at YouTube Space with their technicians. They were good at live streaming.
And if you can't get internet at Google, then something bigger is wrong.
Yes, yes. So that's worked before. I've done a live stream before where it had. They assured us a really fast 100 meg connection, which it did, but not in the studio, where the Wi-Fi didn't quite reach. And we've had runs out for cabling at the last minute to try and plug me and people moving routers.
So, in my day job, broadcast engineer, we do OBs, outside broadcasts, quite a lot, where for whatever reason we will we will broadcast from a place that isn't a studio. So we've done it from pubs, done it from the London dungeons, hotels in exotic countries, fields, anything.
Was that a field trip?
Oh,
sorry.
Is this a field trip? Is this a
They're always a field trip.
This is a park bench field trip because it's sort of a field.
Yeah. In fact, well, you say sort of. I'm going to do the thing where I've just given myself an editing job, haven't I?
So while he's editing that, when we're doing stuff at work for... God, you're getting a long video today, aren't you?
Yeah.
We will always go for a recce.
That's not a euphemism.
It's short for reconnaissance.
Yes.
I found out recently when I said that in a previous episode, the Americans don't apparently know that word. So
yeah, it's long for recce.
We go and have a look round. So recently, I've been looking at getting a radio show broadcast from several pubs around the country. So I turn up and see what their internet's like, where it is in the place, if it's near where we can fit the people, see how fast it is to upload.
Oh man, I can tell this story. It's been long enough. I'm going to tell this story.
Okay.
But it was the case of this has to work, and we didn't have time because we didn't have a thing where we hadn't had a recce, we hadn't had a technical recce. It just had to work.
And sometimes things can be last minute, and you need to just deal with it and see what you can do. And the advantage of these days is you can get, well, before internet, you'd have to get in special lines. You'd have to order ISDN lines. Get proper music circuits from British Telecom.
That was a thing?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Yes.
Now you can just rock up with a
phone.
Yeah.
4G on your phone, broadcast from that. There is an app for professional broadcast from your phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, the live link.
The live link is
to get the thing you're doing out.
Yes. The second one is rehearsing all the technical stuff that is local. So all the code that I used to make Questionable happen yesterday, we'd tested beforehand. We did a live thing on this channel to test some of it. I did a couple of private checks, and we got the audience in the room half an hour before we went live to actually test the poll, and it's like, all right, we've done enough check. Still broke down once when I hit the wrong button on the screen.
User problem, not technical problem.
Yeah. But you have to check every single aspect of that multiple times.
Now the thing is with a live thing, you can't reshoot.
Yep.
It has to work then and there, or you have to get around it live.
Yes. What's the biggest thing you've done for that live? Can you say what the biggest thing you've done for that live?
I generally block that kind of thing out of my memory. I will learn from the experience and know to plan for that in advance.
Yep.
But it's...
Can I ask you a specific question?
Yeah.
If there's a white flash here, I can't ask him this question. How was the cable car?
We did a live broadcast from the cable car over the Thames. It was...
From a cabin?
From one of the cabins with it flying through the air. And we had Nick Ferrari, LBC's breakfast presenter, interviewing Boris Johnson, the mayor of the time. And they broadcast live. But how do you do that? They haven't got Wi-Fi in the middle of the air. 3G.
Really?
Yep.
What, from the pod?
Yep.
Huh. I kind of assumed you had some kind of fancy antenna system set up.
You can get magic boxes that you get several networks 3G SIM cards in.
Yes.
And it combines them together and it just chucks all the internet out through those three, and the other end, whichever packet it receives first, it'll use that one.
I got contacted on Twitter by the company that makes those, one of the companies that makes those.
Oh, okay.
Because they said they liked one of my videos, which was great. And we had a bit of back and forth, and they said, by the way, if you want to lend me 2 of those boxes, I've got a really good idea. No response. They cost $10,000 each.
Yeah. They are professional broadcast
Yeah,
equipment.
they are. It's expensive.
Yeah.
So you've got technical stuff, and then you have the public. We're in a park with no one in it right now.
Kind of planned for that.
Yeah.
You don't see these videos from the royal parks, partly because of filming permissions,
Yeah.
and partly because if there are loads of people around, the more people there are, the more...
We've been those people, Matt.
Yes,
We have been those people.
You don't know what they're going to do. If there's a white flash there, don't do the thing we didn't tell you to do.
Yeah, okay. The public are frequently lovely.
Yes.
And occasionally not.
You get the odd heckler. I've known of radio broadcasts have to cease because of loud people who are well within their rights to be loud people and annoying bastards as they are,
And
as we have been.
And yes, but we didn't make anyone break any broadcast regulations.
No, I haven't seen that myself, but that has happened before. Yes. The public.
There was a lovely moment, I'll link to this in the description, about a week ago on Radio 2. And yes, you know the moment. It is simultaneously one of the greatest moments of, oh, I shouldn't have just accidentally said that. Oh no, he's got the description in the title is a spoiler.
Yes, it is.
Someone accidentally let slip that they're about to propose to their partner the week after on live radio.
The biggest radio station in the country.
And it's this wonderful moment of, she doesn't, I'm going to do that. Well, she does now. At which point he drops a swear in there as well, just to make it this more memorable radio, so they can't play it back. It's a lovely moment. It's live. That is the sort of thing you don't get any other. Because questionable, I'd have edited down. Yeah. There's all sorts of moments in there I'd have cut between multiple cameras. I've done all sorts of stuff, but
it's a different thing to experience, to watch, because it's when it's edited, it's sort of a highlights reel.
Yeah.
Okay, the stuff that's cut out is generally the crap you don't want to see anyway. But it alters the flow. It's a different flow. It has a different texture.
This was like...
What are these words?
Timbre. And there's that's me at the moment. I'm cold. Timbre.
Rambliers.com.
Someone's going to register that. You know someone's going to register that.
Fine. Save me a tenner. Well, I hope this goes out in order because haircut.
It won't. It won't.
No.
I haven't even remotely edited the... Yeah, no.